Hi there, I'm Lisa Taylor, and I would love to let me know where you're watching from. I would love to know where you are around the world. I wanted to let you know that I'm having a special event this Saturday at noon Pacific time. I know you're from all over the place, so noon Pacific time. And it's called Ideas on Toast Mastermind. It's this time we're doing the power of choice. So I wanted to tell you a little story. Those of you who have followed me for a while may know this, but I grew up in a household where my dad's dad was a surgeon, medical surgeon, and my mom's mom was somebody who was very spiritual and studied a religion called Christian Science. And my mom grew up going to Sunday school. So there was this, I don't want to say discrepancy, but a different approach in the way that we would face challenges that were coming up in our lives, health challenges. So my mom and dad came to an agreement. There were 3 kids in the house. I was the third. That my dad said, if they're not healed in 3 days, I'm taking them to a doctor because that's what his practice was. That's what he grew up with. And my mom and dad had this agreement. Well, we never went to the doctor. We were always healed of whatever was coming up in 3 days. So my dad said, well, if it's good enough for Jesus, it's good enough for them, meaning 3 days in the tomb, where from crucifixion to resurrection, right? So we had 3 days to resurrect from whatever the problems were. But that choice that we were given as children set me up on a path of life that was completely different than it would have been otherwise. I have grown up always knowing that I have the choice to either subscribe to the material sense testimony and what it's telling me about my health, my well-being, looking to matter to see how I'm doing, or governed by spiritual sense and always know how I'm doing because it's based in divine law. And so growing up with that choice was a very powerful tool. It was a very powerful thing to have available to me from a very little person until now. And it set me on a path of discovering and studying and understanding more and more of divine law, which is what I do for a living now. Fast forward about 50 years or something, I don't know. And I found myself in a career that I'd been in for a while and really feeling like I had a yearning to do more in the spiritual realm of things. And long story short, there were a lot of choices involved in that whole process of deciding to leave a sort of stable career job with a company and go off on my own and work as a spiritual practitioner and work in the healing arts of spiritual law. So the choices that we make, the little choices, the big choices, they make a big difference. They change the course of our life. And if we base those choices in the physical realm of sense testimony, we're basing it in an illusion. You know, Einstein says reality, meaning this, what we see around us, is an illusion, albeit a very persistent one, right? But if we're basing decisions on the externals in our lives and what sense testimony is telling us, we're basing it on illusion. So join me this Saturday for Ideas on Toast Mastermind. We're doing a mastermind on the power of choice based in spiritual law, because that's what I do. And the last one we did was on relationships. We had a wonderful turnout. People were very happy with it. But I do invite you to go to ideasontoast.com, ideasontoast.com, and sign up, get on the list so you get the live stream information. And if you choose to, you can join us in the Zoom room, in the VIP room, and ask questions and interact and be a little bit more involved in the nitty gritty, which is always the fun part for me. So I hope you sign up. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you get connected. Also, if you like this idea or you think someone else might like this idea, please feel free to share this out and let people know about it. The choice is yours. So the power of choice is very, very, very powerful, can change your life. This next choice you make can change your life. Base it in spiritual sense, not in material sense. And the choice will be a much better one to bring you health and happiness and well-being. So thanks for joining me. And I do hope you share this out. I hope to see you on Saturday. Go to ideasontoast.com and sign up. Thanks for joining.